Welcome back to the Asus ROG DreamLeague. We're here in the Monster Energy Dreamhack studios, and we just had a 3-game series. Rejoice! Asus did still win, as everybody actually predicted. So, I mean, my prediction wasn't right, but doesn't really matter.
Close enough.
Close enough. Exactly. It's a start. You know, starting slow. But actually, the last game from Asus.Polar looked so convincing, especially compared to the games they had before. Any thoughts on that game?
Honestly, FNG, when he was playing the Lina, and the way he rotated to middle to protect G on the Shadow Fiend, like, there was a few times where Night Stalker kind of roamed in, and like FNG was just always there, always to protect him. And then the rotations from G from Axe when he got his Blink Dagger to help G out, like, it was just everything.
I think their lane setup was really good as well. They had the Ogre and the Lina in the off lane, and then they had the Dazzler and the Axe in the short lane. So both of those lanes are always going to do fine. And the Shadow Fiend against the Storm was just doing great. The Lich didn't do anything.
Yeah, they even left, Axe went to the jungle, and they left Dazzle to farm up the bottom lane. All of a sudden, Lil...
He's like level 5, like 5 minutes into the game as a support.
It was huge, look.
Yeah.
What did you think of an offlane Ogre? Core Ogre, Illidan Ogre.
Honestly, it was
really good.
It was very good, yeah.
Especially with the Lina in the draft as well. It works really well together.
Yeah, I believe we have seen Core Ogre before. EG had Fear played mid a couple of times.
Yeah. It was like the earliest Aghanims in the history of Dota or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was... they played it multiple times that way. I mean, this was a bit different, but also Core Ogre. Are we going to see it more, or is it like this gimmicky thing that only works?
Well, if you think about it like this, like, it's a Lina and an Ogre in an offlane. Like, Ogre has like some insane base regen. He just like gets up in your face, starts clubbing you down, and you're walking really slow because of the burnies. And then Lina just does all her magic damage on top of that. Like, it's a very strong lane. Like,
Ogre doesn't need that much farm.
Yeah.
Ogre needs the Blink and the Aghanims. Then Lina can start farming and transition into the late game as well. So they're actually very strong in the late game too.
That is what happened. We also have a bit of a clip to show you, so it's time to go to the drawing board.
all right, welcome to this amazing segment where we look at Asus.Polar against Hellraisers, right? So basically they picked this Ogre McGee, and it was kind of controversial pick. They like, I don't know, when we saw in the draft, we weren't really sure if they were going to swap or what was going to happen. And then in this clip here, we can actually see the power of it. So let's zoom in here and have a look. Scriff. All right. Okay, so this is 20 minutes into the game, right? And they're already taking the racks. And what we see is Phobos on the front line, just making this kind of space for his whole team. Like, if you're Hellraisers, like, how do you initiate upon this, right? So you have to go either in with Storm Spirit or Batrider, yeah?
Yep.
And who do you want to get? You obviously want to get...
He has Aegis in this spot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
he has the Aegis, right?
You can't really go for him either.
Yeah, but so who do you go for?
Can't go for anyone, I think. But
like, you have to go for someone.
Yeah,
Come on.
but this is too late into the game, though. Like, look at this net worth over here. Look how far behind they are. This is already over. This is the last
this is the way this net graph looked most of the game, though.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
But they have a Morphling with a bit of farm. He's only got a Linken's, though, I'm pretty sure, at this stage. It's not exactly like...
I guess they have to find a support in the background somehow.
Yeah, you have to go for the Dazzle. Otherwise,
yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, it just saves whoever.
Yeah, okay.
Go for.
Let's play and see what they choose. All right, so pause. All right, so now we see the power of... see the power of the Ogre. He doesn't care. He literally doesn't care. He blinks forward, throws his concoction on, I'm pretty sure, which is Storm Spirit. So all of a sudden, Storm Spirit, he's like, okay, I want to initiate, but I don't want to die. All of a sudden, he has like 25% HP less. So let's play. Yeah, so goddamn is so...
He should dodge that, though.
Yeah, he could have dodged that, actually, yeah. But he doesn't even have a... Look at his items.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything. So at this stage of the game, it's like... Well, what can you even do? It's
yeah, I mean, they have to go, but he can't go, so it's a bad spot for sure.
But you see that, like, Illidan now just backs off. He's ready to counter initiate on the Batrider with the Blink Dagger. If Bat even goes in, he's going to be ready with the stun. And then they have like FNG to follow up with his stun. Oh, look at that! Look at that aggression just to stop the initiation.
Yeah, he's so tanky too. He can do that. He can just be in their face.
Like you can't go on Ogre because the Dazzle, everyone else will back him up, and then Phobos here on the Axe is ready to counter initiate if they group up.
Look at that beautiful Dazzle heal here.
That's actually really cool.
Everywhere.
I wish I could draw like that.
Unfortunately, they're too thick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
It's not happening.
Let's see. This fight I'm pretty sure not very much happens. Like it's just the zoning, like of the of
Yeah,
Asus.
Then
they
drops ult.
basically they know that they can't fight, so all they can do is just hope that Asus walks out of their base, which at some point they do.
Yeah, but they can't even go for the dazzle, because if they go for the dazzle, then they have the ogre and the Lina just gonna blow you up.
A few dazzle heals, the mana boots, and they do it again.
Yep.
There's nothing they can do. But as Jesse said, at this point it might have already been too late.
Yeah,
Like,
it definitely was.
the laning stage was too rough for Hellraisers. Maybe picked a bit too greedy as well. There's not really a hero that can't do anything without any items.
Now, this is pause here actually. This is like the dream. You know what I mean? You have a character under your tier 4 towers, and you still can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like look how beefy they are. G is right here. He still has the Aegis. Like play. Man, I wish we had this thing for the new to Dota stream, because it's so like just circling things, and it just makes it so easy to understand what's going on in the team fights. Like.
But I think that the difference between this game and the earlier games where they picked Lich, because they mirrored the draft, right? They stole the Lich and the Morphling now, but they didn't do anything with the Lich. The Lich literally just denied the creeps, and they sacrificed some creeps here and there.
And
he stacked the jungle, but then they didn't have any presence in the lane. So the Shadowfiend still had a great form and a great time.
This is when Hellraisers are like, they just took our racks. We're really pissed about that, and we're going to try and run out of our base and try and catch a few stragglers. But Asus, with the Dazzle ulti on all of them, like, they're so tanky, and there's no way you're going to turn this fight around, you know what I mean? Play, please, Mr. Scriff.
Yeah, that was... It's just a dominating performance by Asus.
Pretty tough.
And we are actually gonna talk to the man of the match, the man that made it possible. So let's go to our winner's interview. Hello, FNG.
Hello, Sheer.
Hello, congratulations on your match. Made it to the finals tomorrow. Excited?
No.
No? Why not?
Because we are playing a lot of games, it's really tired.
You're playing long games. Although, actually, game 1 was pretty short today. What happened in game 1?
Nothing, we just failed at ROG, and then I looked at my team and we just fail every single move, and I decided just, guys, let's go into second game. We just playing bad, we will play better next game, so, you know, it helped for us.
Yeah, first of all, I want to right, no spoilers on Kuroko no Basket, because my internet is too bad and I can't watch it, right? But when you're drafting in Dota, right? Do you go into the game with a exact plan of what you're going to do, or do you draft in like combination heroes? Like, for example, in the second game we saw you pick Morphling and Lich. Did you always know that they were going to go mid, or was it just kind of more flexible, like for anything? Like how did you know? Like what stage in the draft did you decide what you're going to do?
I decided to pick Morphling because we had Axe and Night Stalker, but we didn't know what role we're going to be for Night Stalker. So it might be off lane or support, but they decided to buy Bristol back and Leech were left. So we decided to pick Leech and go the easiest lane for us. I mean, like versus Klopp, it's really easy to stay with Leech and Morphling. So...
Thank you.
All right, so FNG, in the first 2 games, you chose to ban out the Shadowfiend. Hellraisers are picking that hero a lot recently. But in the third game, however, you chose not to ban it, despite not having the first pick. So what was your thought process there?
I watched Hellraiser's replays and I was prepared for them. Also, I know that Aphonian is really good Shadowfiend, but he got DDoSed and he didn't play the third game, so I decided to not ban it. But still, we were confident even if they pick it. But they first pick Night Stalker, I think, and then we just pick SF and Lina.
In the actual third game, when you were playing Lina, you seem to always know when they were going to gank G. Like, is there any tips for support heroes, like to know when to rotate to, like, for their mid laner or that kind of stuff?
No, it was pretty easy because they can't gank Axe or Ogre Magi on bot lane. Even they will try, it's gonna be really hard because Ogre Magi is really tanky and Dazzle usually was behind Axe or Ogre. So I decided just to sit around mid, try to stack some camps for G, and it was like random stuff, and they are coming and I was sitting behind G.
Well, we're going to let you get back to your evening. Before you go, do you have any shout-outs to sponsors or other people you want to thank or say something to?
I really want to say thank you for Asus because they are supporting us really hard.
And us too.
Yes, and you too. And even some tournaments, they give us really cool stuff like devices, and they will help us a lot with bootcamp because we are gonna bootcamp, I think, before ESL or qualifiers for international or something else. So thank you for Asus.
Okay, thank you for joining us and have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow in the finals.
Okay, see you.
And then it's time for our second series of the day.